So the 2021 Ford Raptor has been unveiled, and from what I can gather on the responses I've seen online, it's kind of a mixed bag of love it, hate it, don't really care. I'm going to give you my thoughts on this, everything that's been changed for 2021, why the Raptor is still the baddest off-road truck you can buy, but it doesn't mean it's perfect. Before we get too far into this video, guys, make sure you drop a like on it for me, please. It's right down there. It only takes a quick second of your time. It means a whole lot to me. I do appreciate it. And if you want to keep up on more automotive news and content, consider hitting that subscribe button too. Now, the 2021 Raptor, this is one of those things where I think you are expecting a little too much, because I feel there were so many that were expecting that V8 to come out for 2021, where they already said that the V8 was not coming out until 2022. So we should have already been expecting no V8 for this year. You're getting the whole refresh, a new body, some suspension changes, things like that. The power plant itself has been massaged a little bit, but it's not the V8. It's still the 3.5. Ford says it's the Generation 3 EcoBoost V6, 10.5-to-1 compression. They added higher power fans for better cooling, equal length exhaust system with a built-in X-pipe, which they say gives it a throatier sound, which we all know the truck needs. And it also has an active exhaust for Sport and Baja. So they did massage the 3.5 a little bit. We are expecting a little bit more power out of it, although they did not say how much power it is going to be putting out. We can assume it's going to be up from 450. I'm guessing probably in the 460 to 470 range, maybe. That would be my guess. Probably going to be in the 5.25 area for torque. Again, strictly speculation. But don't huff and puff about it if that is your main. If that's your only issue with the Raptor, then you're going about it all wrong. The truck is phenomenal. Now, the changes that he made cosmetically, it just brought the truck up to date a little bit. It looks more like the 2021 F-150 now, which we kind of expected it to be. You got more LEDs up front, revised headlights, and the hood lines have changed a little bit. But all in all, some of the biggest changes you're going to see, again, are going to be suspension and wheels and tires. This is where it gets interesting, because now the Raptor comes with both 35 or 37-inch tires. That's pretty cool. Biggest tires on a production truck. Now, they are still running the BFG all-terrain KO2s, which have proven themselves to be a phenomenal tire, so we don't have to worry about that. But having the 37s is pretty cool to have. And they even put the 37 on the tailgate. They put it on the rear fender. They let you know the truck's got bigger tires. They also updated the wheels a little bit, which look really cool. But what's attached to those tires, aka the suspension, is what we need to talk about. Now, they did revise the frame. Taller, stronger shock towers, a unique rear lower control arm pivot location, a lower front axle, taller arm bracketry, panhard rod bracketry and bracing, stronger shock absorber bracketry, coil spring bracketry, and Raptor specific trailer hitch. Man, I said bracketry a lot. So that's the frame modifications that they did for the Raptor. Now, they are saying it is going to be a lot stronger than the outgoing frame. It's going to take a lot more abuse, which it seems like that was their goal, because the suspension has also been modified from the outgoing Raptor. The rear suspension on the new Raptor is a new 5-link setup with coil springs that deliver more control and power to the ground, and giving the driver greater confidence over the rough terrain speeds. Now, the rear suspension also comes with extra long trailing arms to better maintain axle positioning, a panhard rod, and 24-inch coil springs. Now, when equipped with the 37-inch tires, that definitely adds more approach angle, breakover angle, and everything else. So what you're going to get with that is a grand total of 13.1 inches of ground clearance, a 33.1 degree approach angle, 24.9 degree departure angle, and a 24.4 degree breakover angle. Now, if you go with the smaller 35-inch tires, your ground clearance will go down to 12 inches, Approach angle will go to 31 degrees. Departure angle will be 23.9 and breakover angle will be 22.7. But the 35-inch tires will give the Raptor more wheel travel, coming in at 14 inches of travel in the front and 15 inches of travel in the rear. It also comes with Fox's new live valve internal bypass shocks with position sensitive dampening adjustments. Ford says they are the largest shock ever installed on a Raptor. They measure 3.1 inches in diameter. They also said these shocks have electronically controlled valves to allow up to 1,000 pounds of dampening per corner at desert speeds and can change those dampening rates 500 times per second. So it's pretty clear that Ford's focus on the 2021 Raptor is strictly making it an even better off-road truck than it already is. Now, the Raptor is pretty much a truck that I don't even think the average person buying it is going to be able to, let's say, reach its limits off-road. Now, with that being said, I have to ask the honest question, are all these improvements really necessary? I mean, essentially, Ford just built a race truck. The average person is never going to even come close to the abilities that this truck has. We're just not. The outgoing Raptor did everything perfectly, and I cannot think of a time where its limits were met or exceeded. Next year, for 2022, we are getting the Raptor R. Now, this is a more hardcore race truck, and this is the one that's going to get that V8. And again, it is still suggested that we're going to get the supercharged motor from the GT500, putting out somewhere in the ballpark of 760 horsepower, and that's the one that's going to take down the TRX. Now, we don't know how many of them are going to be made, if this is going to be a limited production, or if you can just order this the same as you would, say, the base Raptor, but we're going to have to wait for some further details down the road. We don't have any of them as of yet. Ford was just focusing on this base Raptor, I guess we'll call it. So leave your comments down below what your thoughts are on the Raptor. Is it enough for you? Is it what you expected? I know the V8 was coming out in 2022, so I did not expect that for 2021, but I did want to see more for this one. Again, drop a like on the video, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next upload.